afternoon everybody, and welcome to Lodge Cottage, Field Dolling, North Norfolk. I'm going to start off by telling you a little bit about the garden, accompanied ably by photographs that will come in and videos, so I hope you enjoy this. The plot's 0.4 of an acre, and a few notable features going around the garden. You'll notice the garden railway, 280 feet of double tracked live steam railway. We have a 3,000 gallon koi pond. You'll get to meet those fish later. And in terms of the garden, you'll notice some of the features in terms of the pine trees. They're quite distinctive, 3 very large pine trees. I'm sure that contributes towards slightly acidic soil, but good loam, unfortunately also accompanied by lots of flint. One of the positives for us is that we're not on a water meter, so that means that we can water, and Andy does a brilliant job right throughout the year making sure that everything gets watered. We also have a well, which you won't see, but if things ever did get desperate, we would use that to water the garden. Okay, so this is the potting shed. It's a new introduction to the garden, taken over from Andy, who used to keep his railway stock in there. And as you can see, it's well lit. I have a heater, I have a very comfortable chair. I don't get to use that very often. Usually Mr. Briggs gets to take first choice on the chair. As you can see, it's fairly well stocked. I like to buy stuff in bulk to make sure I never run out of everything. Okay, greenhouse next. Make excellent use of this. It's heated, and also inside I have heated propagators as well. That allows me to bring on early my real passion in terms of the greenhouse, which is chilies. So this year growing 32 different varieties, some super hot, some milder ones, but I do like to grow ones that are different. So fingers crossed I should get a good selection this year. And also tomatoes. I'm growing 8 different varieties of tomatoes, all different colours. I particularly like to try and get a good coloured tomato salad out of them. As I've said, I've always purchased a lot of things at Chelsea, and most things work out. Very few casualties, but there have been some notable ones over the years. One of the first Chelseas I visited, I brought a rather large tree fern and actually carried it back from London. Sadly, it survived 2 years, but then I'm afraid rest in peace. Mecanopsis, I must have tried about 5 years running from Chelsea to buy, get all the advice, do everything they say, but either Mecanopsis just don't like me, or they don't like the soil, or they don't like something, because they certainly will not grow. Okay, so this is what I call my productive area. It's paving stone, so it means I can put trays down and put veg bags and all sorts of things on there. So what do I tend to grow here? Dwarf beans, some tomatoes. This big box here that Andy made for me is for my tromboncino this year. Not much going on here yet, it's a bit early to put anything out, but I think if you could smell this, smell vision, the lilac is absolutely stunning this year. And just behind it, underneath it, is the fernery. We've got quite a large collection of enamel signs, and we've collected them based on our interests. So as you can see, there's cycling ones. Clarion Cyclist Union is a particularly rare one. Rowntree's chocolate, because we lived in York for a number of years, and that's where Rowntree's are based. And Guinness, well, we do like a drink, not necessarily Guinness, but it sets a theme. So this is the front garden. This bed was created last summer at Andy's request, really. He always says I don't plant anything that he likes. You can't see them now, but there are 5 different varieties of red hot cocoa in here, Knopfia. I put the heucheras in because I just love them, and the colours are really zingy. They all go well together. Okay, so our house was built in 1905. It's Lodge Cottage to Field Dolling Hall, and this was the old entrance to the original house. Now we didn't block it up, and when we first got here, Andy will put a photo in, but it was just the top, which looked a bit odd really. So clever boy, he built me this second greenhouse, sort of cold frame. Works really well. I harden plants off in here, take them out of the greenhouse and put them into here, and it's a sort of easy step towards them going out. As you can see, it's quite busy, lots of courgettes, squash, some tomatoes in here already. One thing I know from my garden that will make Clayton Jones really jealous, so they've got to be in, is my broad beans. Every year they're ready early. I plant them in the autumn. They're really successful. They seem to really like it here, and I've got them here in the raised bed box, and I've got them in pots, and just in there underneath the raised beds is hollow. That's where one of our resident hedgehogs lives. This was the site of a fairly horrendous leyland hedge that we inherited, and we, as you know, most of you, we don't take holidays, so holidays for us are projects. So a few years ago we decided on a week off that we were going to take the hedge out and create this rather special bed for a screen from us and Elaine. So some of you know my favourite gardener, celebrity gardener if you could call him that, is Bob Flowerdew. One of the things I've learnt from him is to try and put as much fruit into your garden as you possibly can. So I've got fruit all over the garden in very strange places. These were a new plant addition from Chelsea, recommended from Chelsea. They're dwarf raspberries. They don't need any attention at all, they just come back every year, and they're really, really prolific. And they're in a flower bed with lots of other things. The feature of this garden is kind of chaos. I'm a plant woman, not a structural gardener. We don't go for form, we go for plants. And it's a constant battle between the railway and the garden. So I agreed that Andy could put a path in here so that the sight line to the railway signal would be better. Unfortunately, nature is winning, so as you can see, even though he's sown, cleared and put grass in, nature's got another idea, and I'm actually quite glad because it looks beautiful. Okay, so back to fruit again. This is another compromised bed. We've got a ground signal in it, the railway theme, but what I've also got is these standard gooseberries, which really are prolific, get loads and loads of fruit off those. An Egremont russet in the middle of the bed, a smaller gooseberry at the back, and again I've got a standard blackcurrant bush, and there's 4 gooseberry bushes in total, and if I can keep the birds off eating the fruit, we get a whole summer's worth of fruit off this bed. Okay, this is the main raised bed area. It's right at the back of the garden. It's fairly shaded by the pine trees. It's not the best soil, so the solution was to create the raised beds, and Andy's developed a real skill for making the best out of the space that we've got, so I've actually got quite a lot of planting space here. Andy also built the fruit cage, which is brilliant. Sadly, it is now got a real bad ground elder problem, which I'm leaving for this season, but we'll need to tackle over the winter. This is one of the wilder parts of the garden. It's mostly green, which I quite like. It provides a nice contrast to the rest of the garden. As you can see, euphorbias grow really, really well here. In fact, we treat them like weeds, because if we didn't, they would pop up everywhere and take over the whole garden. This is my friend Gladys. Bought at Chelsea, one of a pair, and you'll see the other one shortly. I bought this with some money that was left to me by my grandmother, and it's got a bit of a special place in my heart in terms of that. This area was an unexpected bonus for pots, because Andy had to have a concrete base for the railway signal. She gave me a few extra spaces to put pots, and when it's all in full bloom, it looks pretty good here. So these are my step-over apple trees that were a compromise when the railway was put in. Some of them have moved 3 times, but they seem to survive okay. They're quite expensive to buy, but when they do grow maturely, they look absolutely fantastic. So I'm looking forward to these in sort of 5 or 10 years' time. Really wishing this bed was in flower, and as you can see, it's not far from it. So in here I've got a delphinium, which is stunning, bright blue when it flowers, and I've got a collection of foxgloves here that I've grown from seed, bought at Chelsea last year. They're a mix of apricots and deep pinks, and behind them there used to be blackberry bushes in here, but we cleared the bed out, and I've put 2 dwarf mulberry bushes in there now. Actually got some fruit off them last year, but not much, so hoping for more this year. Okay, we've been at Lodge Cottage for 10 years now. When we first moved in, you couldn't see the hedge that you can see behind me here for ivy. I have to say Andy did a sterling job. It took us probably 2 years to get top side of it, but by the time we'd taken all the ivy out, we'd gained about ½ a metre of garden all the way around this side of the plot, which was very welcome. And as you can see, the hedge, which is a mix of privet, beech. We've put some blackthorn and there's hawthorn in it as well, so the birds absolutely love it. Sadly, the other side of our plot, the other side of this fabulous hedge, is not a sight any gardener really wants to see. The field behind us, whilst it's lovely, is full, as you can see, of dandelion, ragwort, just about the worst possible things, and obviously we dread the wind when it blows because all it does is blow all those dandelion seeds into our garden. Okay, this is the fernery. Some Japanese aces in here as well. But I've got lots of ordinary ferns in here, but some quite special ones as well, some Japanese ones. Can't see them terribly well in the photograph. There's some heucheras in here. And these are the voodoo lilies, so these are the ones that produce those fantastic flower heads that stink like rotting corpses. So not the most popular scent-wise, but they are certainly a statement plant. As you can see, we make the best use of every space in the garden, as you would expect from me. These boxes we get delivered from the nursery, a garden nursery near us, for five for each. It costs more to deliver them than they are, but they're brilliant for raised beds. And this is my garlic. It's sown in the autumn. Usually get a really good crop of garlic that lasts us for the rest of the year. Our previous garden in Nottinghamshire and in Rutland had quite a large collection of clematis because I really like them. And when I moved here, I swore I wouldn't get any more because I just felt like I'd done clematis, but clearly it's an addiction and I can't help myself, so I've got several, particularly like the Raymond Everson ones, the quality of those, and these ones are specifically designed to be potted on patios, but they're very prolific flowerers. Shame you can't see them, but they are just about to come out now, as you can see, and this is a beautiful pale pink one. And over here, this one is one that has come with us from every house that we've been in. I've no idea how old it is, but it's getting on a bit. It still flowers really well, and this is a dark purple one. Good example of my sort of eclectic view on gardening. So this bed's got a combination of specimen plants, but also weeds. I go with it. The sort of pink wild geranium I tolerate to a certain extent, but also in this bed there's a quince, and this is an apricot.